meeting for Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. Thank you so much for being with us here tonight. Tonight we will have our invocation delivered by Yanesi Maldonado, Outreach Representative for Orlando Dream Center. Our Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Randy Wheeler, our Director of Transportation Services. Our national anthem will be performed by East Lake Elementary's chorus group. Our mission statement will be read by Dr. Chandra Evans, our Assistant Superintendent of High School Division. And our interpretation services will be provided by Naira Elvira, bilingual community liaison and Spanish interpreter. At this time, will you please stand? Ms. Maldonado?
Good evening, everybody. So if we can start with a prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the privilege of gathering here tonight to serve our schools and community. We ask for your wisdom and guidance over every decision made in this meeting. Lord, we lift up every student, that you protect them, inspire them, and help them grow in knowledge and character. Bless the teachers and the staff with the strength, patience, and creativity as they pour into the life of the children. Be with the parents and families, giving them unity and understanding. We pray for this board and all the leaders that you will grant clarity, fairness, and compassion in all they do. May everything discussed tonight be done with integrity and for the good of everyone in Osceola County. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
School District of Osceola County mission statement, inspiring all learners to reach their highest potential as responsible, productive citizens.
Good evening, I'm Naira Alvira, and I'm here to provide interpretation services. Buenas noches, mi nombre es Naira Alvira y estoy aquí para proveer servicio de interpretación.
Ahead of our public comment, positive comment by school board members and the superintendent, we have a first aid presentation, kit presentation by Sheriff Blackman. If you would like to come up.
Good evening, everybody on the school board. You're having a good evening. So what we've done is through our budget, the end of our budget year, through the sheriff's office, after speaking to you all at the first meeting a few months ago that I came into back in, I think it was June or July. I committed to you all that my commitment is taking care of our children. So at the end of your budget, we had some money left over, so what I did, and I spoke to Dr. Shanoff about it, we bought these, I'm gonna call it a first aid kit on steroids. And what we're doing with these 9, and I have others that are coming in, we have 9 to start with, they're gonna place in the high schools where our Osceola County deputies are school resource officers. What these kits are is if you have no training at all in first aid, 0, this is a video screen internally that leads you step by step to assess a patient so we can get maybe 911 coming immediately, but also help stabilize the patient so we don't lose somebody, such as a head injury, or even worse, if we had an active shooter or somebody stabbed. This will help provide training, step-by-step video screen directions on exactly what to do, as well as it has and I'll show you in a minute, inside the box, all of the packages inside are clearly labeled. So when you look down, if it tells you to grab B1 to put on a chest for a chest wound, it will. Or if it's gauze for the head, it'll show you that. So I'll open up. It's going to be kind of hard for the audience to see, but I'll try to do a dual presentation here so you can take a look at it. You open it up and there's a video screen. Sure.
Yes.
I'm not a singer, so don't worry. So this is the video screen here, and you would start your assessment through the screen. This here is start, so it's rolling, and it says call 911 now, so you get your emergency services coming. And then the next screen would go to put on your blue gloves. They're here. So you would take those out, you would put those on. It says, whoops, need these. It says, is the patient badly bleeding? Let's say yes. Then you go here and it gives you the torso of the body, of the entire body, I'm sorry, and you can assess where it's from. Let's go with the shoulder. I'll flip this around a second, the audience, you guys take a look as well. It says B1, so you would go right here to the kit. You can see it's clearly marked B1. And then from that point, the screen would tell you again, okay. And it says prepare to apply the direct pressure. Make sure your gloves are on, unravel the gauze that's inside the packet, apply it to the chest or shoulder area, and it tells you to use firm pressure. Gives you 3 minutes. It gives you a countdown. So now it's counting down for 3 minutes to clot. You move forward again. Did the bleeding from this wound stop? We're going to say yes. And then it tells you to locate the pressure dressing labeled B2, which is right behind it. Clearly marked, so you can see it as you're looking down. Again, there it is. Once again, we go to prepare to apply the pressure and dressing. We're going to do that. We'll skip through it. You've applied. Keep going. It says hold the pad in place. Secure the bandage. And then does the patient appear to be bleeding anywhere else? We'll say no for sake to move through it quicker. Is the patient talking? We'll say yes. Is anyone else nearby bleeding badly? We're going to say no. Then it's assessed at the age, infant, child 1 to 15. 15 and over means we're in high school. I'm going to go 15 over. We'll go here. Is the patient awake? We're going to say yes. Car accident? No. Is the patient having trouble breathing? We'll say no again. And it takes you to this other side. Press the button for the mobilized kit you're using, this one. And basically now you're just standing by. EMS has arrived, and it gives you a summary of what you've done. But this is literally step by step. You could be a novice and have never had any CPR or first aid training. This will walk you through it step by step. Cool thing about it is when in the setup manual, you can also, it's bilingual. I think there are like 15 different languages in it. So you can make it Spanish, you can make it Portuguese, whatever, German. It's all in the setup menu for it. It charges through a USB cable over here, USB, the large one, with the wall socket like your cell phone would charge. But the 9 of these will be in the schools that our SROs are currently in. So for the audience, do we have time for the audience to show it them real quick? Do we have time? Show it them? Let me start over. So this is the kit. The screen would come up here. The EMS has arrived. Let's get out of that so we can start over. And even at the end, it tells you what to do with the gloves, how to take them off. For example, if you're wearing 2 gloves, it tells you to peel the one off and put it in the fist, right? And ball it up, and then take the other glove and pull it inside out. So what would be soiled with blood or fluids would be protected away from the person. It's inside the two gloves. And that becomes your hazmat that you would give to the fire department that they're going to take with them when they leave. Sorry, we got to try to get through the summary. Done. So this is what you would see when you open the screen. This is the home screen, and it says start. Like I just showed the board, call 911, put your gloves on, they're located here. Then you start assessing, is the patient bleeding? We put yes, same as we did here. We're going to use the shoulder again. Just say the person fell off the stage and ripped their shoulder. Then you would take this clot here, as you're looking down, it's B1. It's clearly labeled, and these are a la carte. We buy those as we use them to replace. Put it back in. We'll be using that B1 for the quick clot. It says prepare it. Tells you how to literally walks you through how to unroll the package to use it. And the gauze, again, you would place it on. It's going to go through the 3-minute timer. Put both hands on. 3 minutes are going to count down. We're going to fast forward to get past it for time purposes. Did this stop the bleeding at the wound? We'll say yes. So basically then you would go to here to 2, which is pressure dressing. It tells you exactly how to apply that, actually even how to open the package. And again, it says prepare to apply pressure. Then you're going to apply the actual bandage to the patient. Place a white pad against the wound. I mean, just as simple as making sure the absorption pad is on the person. And again, just going to walk through this. These are steps. These are easy. Just applying the wound. Does the patient appear to be bleeding elsewhere? We'll say no. For time purposes, is the patient talking? Yes. Then we'll say that EMS has arrived. And basically, it gives you a summary of everything that you just completed. So again, what I want to tell the board was from my first time was my commitment is our kids and our schools. We're going to place these in the high schools, the 9 that we cover to start with. I'm working on 3 more. I got to get with Chief Broadway. We'd have to do an MOU because it's our property. So it's debited to their sheriff's office. And I haven't even told Chuck this, so he doesn't know. But I'm going to get with him and see if we can do an MOU and give him the 3 units to apply in the other 3 high schools, so we'll have all 12 covered. So,
Thank you, Sheriff.
any questions?
Thank you.
Yeah, we want to get a picture.
Absolutely.
Yeah, with your staff too, for sure.
I'm fine with that. Oh.
Oh, I thought it was y'all two. The way y'all was talking, I thought y'all had a little thing that y'all was doing. You know, we just back here observing, you know?
Sheriff, as everybody comes forward, I just want to say thank you very much. That one of the things that's just incredible about our district is the commitment that we have from our local law enforcement partners around what our schools need to be. Our schools need to be safe before anything else. If they are not safe, we don't have the conditions for students to learn. And I have told the sheriff time and time again that the school resource officers that we have are amazing, amazing law enforcement professionals that are also tremendous educators. These are folks that have formed relationships with kids, and in many ways, they are that significant relationship for our students. This really helps formalize the support that we can provide in the event of a serious emergency on our campuses. This puts wind at the backs of our administrators, any staff members, our school nurses, anybody who needs to support a student or a staff member in critical medical need before 911 arrives. So we are very, very grateful for your commitment to us, Sheriff. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you again, Sheriff Blackman. Next up, we have our positive comments from board members and superintendent. Superintendent, I'll start with you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I think one of the things I'm looking forward to most with those first aid kits is that I get to deliver them with the sheriff in his vehicle.
That's fun. Oh,
So I'm really looking forward to that. And probably saying, what does this button do? I better not. But I'm looking forward to that experience. It's going to be great to get out to all of our schools and have the sheriff interact with our school administrators, front office staff. So I had the opportunity to do another one of my Shanoff Shadows that will be coming out soon, and it will require a significant amount of editing because I shadowed the PE teacher at Paths, Bradley Davis. Mr. Davis, I thought I was in pretty decent shape. I'm not. I'm every bit of my 49 and a half years, clearly. But I had the opportunity to shadow him. Here's something I've never seen before, and I taught PE. I've never seen an entire PE class where students never once asked to use the restroom, get taken out of the activity, take a rest, or even asked to go get water. It was so bizarre. The students at Paths are playing football using playbooks that have formations and specific play calls. Girls, boys, everybody is playing football at Paths. It was really impressive to see. He makes it so safe for everybody to just participate, and it's all about just doing your best. The kids are so committed to PE and hope at that school. It is incredible, and apparently during lunch, the students are all outside participating in volleyball, basketball, football, and it's all because of him. And so I'm looking forward to that thing coming out, that Shanoff Shadows. Hopefully they cut out the interceptions that I threw. Yes, I said interceptions, plural. It was not my finest hour. And then also, I want to congratulate the 2,600 plus sixth graders that have qualified for the Osceola Magic game, in-school game experience. So each year, the past 3 years, we've done an incentive for our sixth grade students. Sixth graders that are able to meet specific attendance requirements and discipline standards for the first 9 weeks earn that ticket to that school day game. Last year, I think we had 1,600, which we thought was pretty amazing. And now here we are sitting at 2,600. It means that our kids are coming to school, they're taking their academics seriously, they're gonna have a blast at the game. And I wanna thank the Osceola Magic for partnering with us. This school day game is their best attended game of the entire season. It's usually a sellout because they invite charter schools, they invite the private schools as well. It's a bunch of kids having a great time. It's very loud, from what I understand. And it's just a great experience. So super proud of those students. Thank you.
Ms. Garcia?
Thank you, Sheriff, and your staff for everything you do for our community. And now I just want to take this moment to express my gratitude to our staff. And they are always been with us. And people don't know that before these meetings, we do a meeting. It's an agenda review. And we meet with the staff individually with our staff, that lead by Dr. Shanoff, Dr. Allen, Dr. Clayton. We also have Dave, both the Saras, the Power Saras, and Dr. Noble, Carol. And during this year, since I started, these meetings are being, like for me, a guidance. And during those meetings together, we go through every contract, every agreement, travel request. So we're sitting here and some people think that, they don't say anything, but before this, we already asked the questions and they have the knowledge to guide us and lead us and help us. So whenever we sit here, we know, our decisions and we're clear and they clarify everything. And I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you, Dr. Shannon, for that. From the very beginning, you guys took the time to answer every question and ensure I have the clarity I need to make informed decisions for our district. So thank you. And we're also celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. And this season, we're honoring the culture, traditions, and achievements that enrich our community. As a proud Hispanic and Latina, and the first female Puerto Rican, because we had the first Dominican, am I right? Latina, Hispanic Heritage, in the board, yes. So we are very happy that we celebrate that during this month. The values of hard work, resilience, and unity that define Hispanic heritage are the same values that strengthen our schools. So I am committed to ensure that every child, regardless of background, has the opportunity to thrive and succeed. We also became a master board, and I know some of you probably are gonna mention, that's what I'm gonna say it, so that's what you're gonna share. But just like that, we are a master board. Woo-hoo! Thanks to Terry, woo-hoo! She made it happen. And Domestic Violence Awareness Month, soon we're gonna read a proclamation, but October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And as your school board member, I'm a survivor too. I think this is close to my heart, and I think this needs to stop. We need to create awareness, and I get very emotional because it's very difficult. Whoever survived domestic violence, just don't think it's just physical. It can be emotional, and sometimes emotional is even worse. So soon we're gonna hear a proclamation on that. So if you wear purple, like some of the audience, and I think our attorney also was wearing purple somewhere, thank you for that, to create that awareness. And congratulations to Ventura Elementary, Cypress Elementary, and Parkway Middle. I am proud to share that they have been officially recognized as Florida Positive Behavioral Interventions and Support School of Excellence. And woohoo! And last but not least, but just add to your calendar, save the date for November 20th, is the 10 Choice Fair. So when you're gonna hear more information about that, just reach out and check our social media for more details. Sorry, I took more than 2 minutes.
You did. And now I gotta do 20 seconds.
Mr.
Like this is
Mr.
Bone
Cook.
Thugs and Harmony up here. I gotta go so fast. Mr. Cook, District 3 is where you wanna be. South Side is the best side. I gotta keep mine brief, so I'm gonna point out 3 things. Number 1, shout out to Mr. Schwartz, our principal out at Poinciana High School, who was just nominated for Teacher of the Year.
Principal of the Year.
Principal of the Year. Oh, I'm thinking, yes, thank you. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. You could have whispered that, though, like maybe. It's so loud. They are boom, boom, boom. Mr. Schwartz for being nominated for Principal of the Year. Poinciana continues to ride that wave, just being recognized as an A school, and now we have a recognition for Principal of the Year. So shout out to Mr. Schwartz, and shout out to the wonderful, the lovely Miss Katie Holmes out at Reedy Creek, who was also nominated for Principal of the Year. What?
Katie Adams.
What did I say?
Holmes.
Bro, you see what you did to me? I started thinking Bone, and now I'm like thinking all kinds of. I know Miss Adams. Her husband is Ryan Adams. Katie, don't come for me. You know I know your name. You see what he does. The fact he's messing me up here. I got all this stuff done. Okay, Katie Adams. Boom, boom, boom. He's supposed to back me up. Yeah, there you go. And then the last thing that I want to give recognition to is November 14th. We have coming up from the Education Foundation. Our golf tournament that we do. Pretty big deal. Our Education Foundation is one of the, has been recognized as one of the best foundations, and there are many things that it does, but I'm specifically speaking about this golf tournament. The money, the proceeds that come from that help fund the scholarship dollars that we give our students at the end of the year. So if you play golf, I invite you to go to the website, join up. If you don't play golf, you can be like me and just hang out with everybody, act like you know what golf is about and that you know how to swing and use a 9-iron. Is that correct, my golfers? 9-iron, yeah, like you know how to use a 9-iron. I heard somebody say that one time. So, you know, you talk the golf talk and have fun and let that money go into the pockets of our students who are trying to pursue post-secondary pathway going off to college somewhere here, either in the state or in our great nation.
Ms. Castillo?
Thank you. I have a lot of positive comments, but I will keep it short as well. So I do want to just reiterate, I know I said it earlier that I went to the Masterworks of Wind Orchestra at Dr. Phillips. So our students at OXA performed with the students from UCF, and it was a lovely night. They were so good, and I was so proud to just be able to be in the same room as those talented kids. So that was an amazing experience, and I'm very grateful that we were invited to attend that. I also attended, back by popular demand, the Osceola Scholars Breakfast at Celebration High School, and I really missed attending that event, so I was so glad to be back with our top scholars, and not just to say hello, meet their parents, and give them, you know, some advice, but also to go through the presentation that our college and career counselors went through, just kind of giving them the lay of the land. Okay, this is what's going to happen in the next couple of months. This is how you preparing the parents for this very important time, which we all know starts junior year, or maybe even before that. So it was really great to be in that room, centering the kids and ensuring that we gave them their flowers for being such amazing students. So I was glad to attend that. And of course, shout out to community relations and to the Celebration High School team for making that happen. I was just reminded when Board Member Garcia talked about our meetings that we have with the team that I did have a meeting as well with our ESE team. And I wanted to make sure that they heard it from me, and I want everyone else to hear it, that as much feedback as we've received, and we love feedback because it makes us better, on the ESE, I've also received some positive comments. So last week I received a text from one of our constituents just saying, hey, I had given you some feedback earlier, and now I'm letting you know that the problem has been fixed, and I wanted to make sure that you knew that. So if I had not said anything to you, Dr. Shanoff, to anyone who works in the ESE department, yes, there was feedback, but guess what? I see that the work is being done, and folks are starting to notice, so thank you for your hard work, and always centering our students and our teachers, and it's starting to show. So thank you so much for that. And I do want to say, yes, we are Master Board, and thank you for the shout out, but we did the work. So this is, all of us went in and we all worked really, really hard because it was important for us to do our professional development so that we can sit here and be the best board for the community. And that was the reason why we wanted to do Master Board. Yes, I can't wait to get the trophy. I'm not gonna lie. But it's not, or the plaque, but it's not about that. It's about ensuring that we understand how to be the best board members so that when we are sitting here making decisions for our children, for our community partners, for our teachers, we understand how to best serve, and that makes me proud. So thank you for doing the work. It was very difficult and it took a lot of time. That is all I have. I have more, but I'm gonna go ahead and yield. So, Madam.
Ms. Bronson?
Right. Okay, let's see. For my positive comments, St. Cloud Theater Company will be presenting Puffs. They will have their show Thursday night, Saturday and Sunday. You can follow Wayne, Oliver, Megan, and the Loyal Puffs, and that certain famous wizard named Harry, as he journeys through 7 hilarious and heartwarming years at a magical school. Please come out and support the St. Cloud High School theater students. They are incredibly hardworking, dedicated, and they're passionate about bringing this story to life. And your presence and being in the audience would mean everything to them. I also attended a very special graduation ceremony for the Impact Learners at the Valencia campus. It's a group of hardworking individuals who have successfully completed English classes, developed valuable digital skills, and earned their Florida Ready to Work certification. This event, it was more than just a celebration. It marked a significant step in their journey toward earning their professional certification and paraprofessional certification and creating a brighter future for themselves and their families. I also had the pleasure when I was attending that event that my fellow school board member, Ms. Garcia, was there, and she delivered a very powerful speech, and she shared her personal journey from Puerto Rico to Florida and her inspiring path that she took to become a leader in our community. And her story was a shining example of resilience, determination, and that the opportunities that education and service can provide. I also attended the NAACP Osceola County Branch Annual Freedom Fund and Awards Pearl Gala, celebrating 60 years of progress in civil rights, equity, and community empowerment. And one of the most powerful moments of the evening was an original poem performed by Aaliyah Rhodes. She's a creative writing major at Osceola County School of the Arts. And Aaliyah's words reminded us that just like a pearl, beauty and strength often emerge from adversity. And her performance was a shining example of talent and the insight of our young leaders and what they're carrying to the future. I also attended this year's iArt event, and it was a space for growth, collaboration, and future dreams. And our AP art students created powerful pieces, not just to express themselves, but to build their portfolios and showcase their talents to colleges and universities. And I loved seeing that the students were collaborating, sharing supplies, and just talking through their artistic process to one another. I wanted to give a special shout out to KUA for sponsoring the lunch. It was pizza and sodas, which are high school kids' favorites. And I also wanted to give a big thank you to District 5 Commissioner Ricky Booth for his generous donation. He gave $5,000 so that this event was possible. And it helped make not only this thing possible, but we are facing art funding decline, and we need community support like this, and it meant everything to me. And I have one last one here. I would just like to give a big thank you to Ms. Teresa Mailot for her dedicated service representing me on District 5 on the ESE committee. She's a veteran, a mother, and someone who has navigated the ESE system with her own child. Ms. Mailot brought invaluable insight, compassion, and commitment to the role, and her advocacy has made a meaningful impact on the lives of many children and families. And I will be announcing that Ms. Michelle Chapman will be my new district representative on the ESE committee this year. She's a lifelong resident, an experienced educator, and a parent of a child currently in the ESE program. Ms. Chapman, she's going to bring a deep understanding of the challenges and triumphs faced by our children with disabilities, and her passion and years of experience will be a tremendous asset as she continues the vital work of advocating, supporting, and empowering educational opportunities for all of our children.
Thank you. I'm just going to keep mine brief. Some of my fellow board members have shared some of the sentiment that I was going to share today. Osceola Scholars is something I'm excited to have back in our district. I was at Neo City Academy today with the top juniors there, going over all of that information. And as a mom of a senior and 2 juniors, it's helpful information for myself as well as we're navigating this time. Tomorrow I'll be at Osceola High School doing the same thing, so I look forward to seeing those students tomorrow. I also want to give a thank you as well to Dr. Clayton and Hillary DeLuca for the ESE updates that they've been providing the school board. We know this has been one thing within our community that has been a challenge for everyone as we've made these transitions, and their team is so dedicated to making sure that this is working for our students and pivoting when they have to pivot on things, adding additional classrooms, adding more supports and things like that. So keeping us apprised of those changes has been very helpful to make sure that the matters that have been brought to us are being taken care of. Additionally, last week, a few of the school board members and I were in Orlando with Orange County School District and other school board members from across the state for the FSBA Leadership Development Training. As part of that training, for us to be better board members, as Ms. Castillo mentioned with master board training. We also ended the week with our legislative priorities work session. So as school board members from across the state, we come together and we look at what are the top priorities that are facing all districts in the state of Florida, and how can we come together to work in Tallahassee and with our local legislators here in our communities to make things better for all of our students and our families. So that was something that we worked on, and they'll be putting together all of the ideas that we've come up with into a platform for us to take during this next legislative session, as well as we're doing that here in our district, and Dr. Shanoff will talk about that a little bit later this evening. So with that, we are now done with all of our opening moments, and we will have our fine arts moment performed by Cypress Elementary dance team. And these students look beautiful. Beautiful, I love it. Oh, they all have matching earrings. Those are competition earrings. Oh, yeah. Yes. You got this. You got this. Come on. In a sink.
It's okay, I'm a little curious. I do. The Patron, on, let's go get it down. The sound, on, yes, I'm in the zone. Is it 2, 3? Of course she was sad, but now she's glad she dodged a bullet. Took a few years to soak up the tears, but look at her now. What you got? If you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, take me down into your paradise. Shut up, hold me down, the darkest alleys, all the dark side of the moon to get to you. Been a long time coming, don't let me fall. Get on the floor, like it's your last chance. If you want more, then here I am.
Round the well, all we got tonight, let's do this right.
Every melody is timeless, and now you so on your lips and just me hooked on your tongue.
Don't worry, not alone, that's just how we feel. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Thinking that we could be something for real. All this time I was finding myself and my.
Thank you.
I got every night with you. Can't drink without thinking about you. Is it too late? Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like.
I just wanna be part of your family. We hold me tight and not let go.
If you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you wanna believe that anything could stop me,
Yeah, okay. Attitude and walk off, girl. Get it.
Oh, who couldn't be happy after watching something like that? Next up, we have our proclamation of Domestic Violence Awareness Month, read by Dr. Gabriel Barrio, our Assistant Superintendent of Student Services.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to ask any representatives that may be here to stand and be recognized for all the work that they do with Help Now and their partnership with the School District of Osceola County. Help Now is a certified domestic violence center that has provided critical services to survivors of domestic violence and their children in Osceola County for the past 42 years. Whereas an estimated 3.3 to 10 million children in the United States live in the households where domestic violence occurs, and whereas exposure to domestic violence during childhood is linked to learning difficulties, lower IQ scores, deficiencies in visual motor skills, problems with attention and memory, as well as insomnia, irritability, distractibility, and truancy. And whereas studies show that school-age children who witness violence often experience depression, anxiety, and may exhibit aggression towards peers. And whereas childhood exposure to family violence disrupts cognitive and social development and increases the likelihood of adverse outcomes, including victimization by violence. And whereas teen dating violence is associated with higher risk of substance use, mental health challenges, sexual risk behaviors, teen pregnancy, suicide, weight control issues, and long-term difficulties with intimate partner relationships. And whereas by equipping young people with education about healthy relationships, fostering essential relationship skills, and changing attitudes that support violence, we can help prevent dating violence. And now, therefore, we, the Osceola County School Board, do hereby proclaim October 2025 as National Domestic Violence Awareness Month and call upon all citizens of our community to join us in working toward the elimination of personal and institutional violence in all its forms. Thank you.
Motion.
I have a motion by Ms. Garcia. Second. A second by Ms. Castillo. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. It is proclaimed Domestic Violence Awareness Month in Osceola County. Do you want me to do a picture with them? Besides, do you want to do a picture with them? She wants to do a picture with them.
We can.
You two? Yeah.
Okay.
You guys go ahead.
All right.
Yeah. Will you come up? They want to do a picture with you for the proclamation.
Dr. Barria. Dr. Barria, you can come up.
Thank y'all.
Next up, we have our proclamation for National School Bus Safety Week, October 20th through 24th, 2025, read by Under Sheriff Massey and Randy Wheeler, our Director of Transportation Services.
Good evening, board members, superintendent. So I am joined by Osceola County Under Sheriff Lee Massey, and we're here to talk to you about National School Bus Safety Week. And I have to say, I think this room is probably the safest public assembly to be in right now. So anyway, each year, the National Association for Pupil Transportation, that's the national organization for school bus operators in all of North America, they host National School Bus Safety Week as an effort to improve the knowledge and awareness of school busing and how important it is to our society. So I could stand here and tell you on and on about how safe school buses are and why it's so important to us, but I rather let our frontline people tell you that in their own words.
Hi, my name is Diane Sanchez, and safety is first. because it's in benefit of the kids in the bus.
Good morning, my name is Juan Martinez and I'm one of the technicians for the Osceola School District. And every time we bring the bus for inspection, number one is safety protocol.
Hi, my name is Eduardo Colasso. Safety is important for me because we learn how to control the kids on the bus.
Hi, my name is Alfredo Torres and I'm a dispatcher. And we use Reaxium to track buses and make sure they complete their route in a safe manner.
Hi, my name is Dolores Espina. Safety for me is when they're standing, when they're driving in the road.
Hello, my name is Amy. I'm in the routing office, and my job is to assign students to the closest, safest bus stop.
My name is Luz Girena. I think that it's important for me the kids stay sitting until the bus completely stop.
Facets to school bus transportation, not just the 2 minutes when they show up late at the bus stop. So we have a lot of people that are involved in making the machine work. So the superintendent touched on a little earlier our amazing partnership with local law enforcement, and Under Sheriff Massey is here to talk to you a little bit about what our law enforcement partners are doing to help us with National School Bus Safety Week.
Thank you, Mr. Willard. Thank you, Board, for allowing us to speak. It's absolutely an honor to represent the law enforcement side of this initiative. And you've heard the sheriff reference children almost every time he speaks, whether it be publicly or privately at the sheriff's office. And we sort of complete the loop, if you will. You've seen sort of the foundation of getting the buses safe to move, having the individuals occupy the bus and make sure the children are safe on it. And then what we do, that's not true, I don't do it. What these gentlemen beside me do every single day is to make sure the exterior is safe. There are a lot of moving parts to what's going on around that bus, and most of them are motor vehicles from other people driving. So they go out every day with a mission of making sure the trip from the house to the school or from the school to the home is also safe. We get an opportunity to provide these young people with a safe environment for 6, 8, 10 hours a day, and we want to fulfill our part. So we're very humbled and very blessed to be part of a very good collaborative effort, a partnership with the school districts here, and this is an integral part. And just to give you some of the numbers for this past week of what these gentlemen beside me have done, they wrote 24 citations, what they call school bus citations. These are violations that take place from vehicles outside the bus, but in the area where these children are being picked up or dropped off. They wrote 71, in addition to the 24, 71 speeding citations in and around the bus where these children are moving on their feet or their bicycles. Seatbelt citations, they wrote 3. DWLS, which is driving with a suspended license. Obviously, the person operating this vehicle has already demonstrated a propensity to not follow the rules in the first place. They had 38 of those, and those are criminal violations. So 38 suspended license driving around our school buses. And then we had 70 additional citations in the category of what we call other. And they could spend all day telling you what those others are, and some of those would probably boggle your mind. For a total of 206 moving violations over the past 10 to 12 days around our school buses. This is just in the Osceola. We partner, you'll see here, we have Kissimmee and Osceola, or I'm sorry, St. Cloud PDs represented as well. These folks work together every single day, seamlessly across this entire county because the buses cross jurisdictions, and these children could care less whether they're in St. Cloud, Kissimmee, or Osceola unincorporated. It's all about keeping them safe. So we're very humbled to be a part of that, and we take it very serious. The sheriff makes sure that that's #1 priority for us. So thank you for the opportunity. They didn't trust me to read the entire proclamation, so they'll let Mr. Wheeler read the big words, and then I'll take up the bottom end.
Thank you. And those numbers, I got to tell you, are what keep me awake at night. So thank you. So we're going to read the proclamation into the record. Whereas every year the nation's 480,000 public school buses travel more than 6.2 billion miles to transport over 26 million students, more than a half of America's school children, to and from school and school-related activities, And whereas Osceola School District's excellent safety record in transporting students to school each day has been achieved and must be maintained. Whereas school bus transportation is one of the safest forms of transportation in the United States, and school buses comprise the country's largest mass transit fleet, and whereas school buses meet higher construction, equipment, inspection standards than any other vehicle, and school bus drivers meet higher specifications, training, testing standards than any other drivers.
And whereas the theme of this year's National School Bus Safety Week is Safety First, Safety Always. And whereas motorists must remember to stop when a school bus has stopped and has its stop arm extended and red lights flashing. And whereas activities during School Bus Safety Week and throughout the year provide evidence of Osceola County School District's commitment to ensuring the health and safety of school children who ride school buses, as well as students who walk, bicycle, or ride in cars to school. Now therefore, be it resolved that the Osceola County School Board does hereby proclaim October 20th through the 24th, 2025 as National School Bus Safety Week.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Castillo,
Second.
second by Mr. Cook. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. It is declared National School Bus Safety Week in Osceola County, October 20th through 24th. Thank you so much.
Board. Thank you, Undersheriff. Thank you.
Next up, we have a blue sheeted item, our proclamation for designating November 3rd through the 7th, 2025 as Holocaust Education Week, read by Sarah Corin, our General Counsel.
School board members, it's an honor and a privilege to read this proclamation entitled Holocaust Education Week in Florida, November 3rd through 7th, 2025. Whereas the Holocaust was the state-sponsored systematic persecution and annihilation of European Jews by Nazi Germany and its collaborators between 1933 and 1945. Whereas we also commemorate other victims of the Nazi regime who suffered grievous oppression and death under Nazi tyranny. And whereas the history of the Holocaust offers an opportunity to reflect on the moral responsibilities of individuals, societies, and governments. And whereas the people of the state of Florida should always remember the terrible events of the Holocaust and remain vigilant against hatred, persecution, and tyranny, and actively rededicate ourselves to the principles of individual freedom in a just society. And whereas Holocaust Education Week, as part of Florida's House Bill 1213 in 2020, educational instruction of historical events, provides Floridians with a valuable opportunity to remember the victims of the Holocaust, as well as to reflect on the need to respect all peoples. And whereas Holocaust Education Week in Florida is an opportunity to honor the memory of the victims and survivors of the Holocaust, as well as the rescuers and liberators, and further proclaim that we, as citizens of the state of Florida, should work to promote human dignity and confront hate wherever and whenever it occurs. Now therefore, we, the Osceola County School Board, do hereby proclaim November 3rd through 7th, 2025 as Holocaust Education Week.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Castillo, a second by Ms. Garcia. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. November 3rd through 7th is proclaimed Holocaust Education Week in Osceola County School District. With that, we are now on to appointments and transfers. Dr. Shanoff, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This is always a highlight of the meetings. Our first appointment this evening will be Jeremiah Schwartz to be the Assistant Principal at Neo City Academy. Jeremiah Schwartz has held the following positions: Teacher at Gateway High School, Math Instructional Coach at Gateway, Dean of Students at PADS, and Experiential Learning and Partnership Coordinator at Neo City Academy. He earned a bachelor's degree in mathematics and Spanish from Binghamton University and a master's degree in educational leadership from American College of Education.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Seconded.
I have a motion by myself, a second by Ms. Castillo. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations, Assistant Principal.
Thank you. And I just want to take the moment just to say I'm truly honored to accept the role of assistant principal at Needle City. Thank you to the board. Thank you to those that were on the interview committee. Thank you to Dr. Shanoff for the incredible opportunity. I would be remiss if I didn't thank my current principal and previous principals for believing in me throughout the process and serving through that instructional math coach to experiential learning, and now in my new role as assistant principal. Their trust and guidance has really helped me get there. And lastly, shout out to my Neo City staff. I really appreciate them, and their encouragement really gave me the confidence to pursue this opportunity. So I look forward to serving them and my community for the year to come. Thank you.
Our next appointment is Samantha Alfred to be the new assistant. Hold on, let me get through it real quick, okay? To be the new assistant principal at Boggy Creek Elementary. Samantha Alfred has held the following positions: reading specialist and ESE teacher for the Bahamas Catholic Board of Education, teacher at Robert Rennick Educational Center in Miami-Dade County Public Schools, teacher, trainer, and facilitator at Country Club Middle School, and Dean of Students, MTSS coach, and teacher at Narcoossee Middle School. She received a bachelor's degree in communication processes and disorders from the University of Florida, and a master's degree in exceptional education, and specialist degrees in educational leadership and curriculum and instruction management and administration from Nova Southeastern University.
Good evening, Superintendent.
One moment, please.
Oh, sorry.
Almost there.
They did it. It's them. They did it.
All right, I need a motion. A motion by Ms. Garcia.
I second.
A second by Ms. Bronson. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations.
Good evening, Superintendent, Dr. Mark Shanoff, members of the School Board of Osceola County, district leaders, colleagues, family, and friends. And now I must take a moment to give all glory and honor to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Every step of my journey has been guided by His grace, and I'm a living proof of what faith, perseverance, and obedience to His will can accomplish. I am deeply honored and humbled to stand before you tonight as the newly appointed assistant principal of Boggy Creek Elementary School. First, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Dr. Shanoff again and the members of his leadership team, Dr. Renee Clayton, Dr. Michael Allen, Mrs. Monique Machado, Dr. Michelle Henninger, and Dr. Chandra Evans, for your trust and your confidence in my leadership. Your unwavering commitment to equity, excellence, and transformational learning continues to inspire me as an educator and a leader. And to Principal Yara Tarvares de la Fuentes, thank you for welcoming me into the Boggy Creek Manatee family. I look forward to working hand in hand with you and your incredible teaching staff and your family community, and I will strive to continue the school's strong legacy of academic achievement, inclusivity, and community partnership. To my Narcoossee Middle School family, led by Dr. Francisco Rivera, and assistant principals Lucille Schneider and Jamie Hopkins, thank you for your leadership, your mentorship, and daily collaboration. A heartfelt thank you also goes out to Ms. Judy Lowell and the entire support team at Narcoossee Middle School. Your dedication, your encouragement, and teamwork have meant the world to me. To my former principal, Mr. Gary Whedon, thank you for being one of the first leaders to see my potential and for giving me the opportunities to grow in confidence and purpose. Your influence continues to guide my approach to servant leadership. To my son Elijah, you are my greatest motivation and my proudest accomplishment. To my sisters Lanice and Sabrina, thank you for being my biggest cheerleaders, my prayer warriors, and my pillars of strength. You have loved me through every season, and I wouldn't have been here without your unwavering support. Thank you again to the school board, Superintendent Shanoff, the entire school district of Osceola County leadership team for this incredible opportunity to serve, and I'm ready to give my best to Boggy Creek Elementary, to listen, to learn, and to lead with integrity, compassion, and purpose. And may God continue to bless each of you and the great work happening here in the school district of Osceola County. Thank you.
Our final appointment tonight is Layla Mustafa to be the new assistant principal at Sunrise Elementary. Layla Mustafa has held the following positions: teacher at Hazeldale Elementary in Springfield, Illinois, teacher at Thacker Avenue Elementary for International Studies, and teacher and MTSS coach, testing coordinator at Neptune Elementary. She earned a bachelor's degree in elementary education from Illinois State University and a master's degree in children's writing and a school administration certificate from the University of Illinois at Springfield.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Cook.
Second.
Second by Ms. Garcia. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations, Assistant Principal.
Thank you very much. I am deeply honored and truly grateful for this opportunity to serve as the new assistant principal of Sunrise Elementary School. I want to begin by thanking Dr. Shanoff, Dr. Allen, Dr. Clayton, Ms. Machado, Dr. Evans, Dr. Henninger, and the board for entrusting me with this important role. Your confidence means so much to me, and I am committed to working hard every day to live up to this trust that you've placed in me. To my husband, Habib, thank you for always being my rock and encouraging me. Sorry. To my son, Sam, thank you for cheering me on. Both of your love and support have been my foundation through every step of this journey, and I wouldn't be here tonight without my two guys. To all my family and close friends, thank you for your endless encouragement, patience, and belief in me. I also want to take a moment to express my appreciation to Ms. Mahoney at Neptune Elementary. Thank you for seeing the leader in me and encouraging me to take on new challenges the last few years, and all of those great leadership experiences have really paid off. To my friends, colleagues, students at Neptune Elementary, thank you for your support and love through some of the most challenging times in my life the last few years. You will always have a special place in my heart. To Ms. De La Fuentes, thank you for giving me my start here in Florida and the Osceola School District. And to the staff, students, and families of Sunrise Elementary, I can't wait to join your amazing community. It's clear that Sunrise is a place filled with heart, teamwork, and shared commitment to helping every student succeed, and I look forward to working alongside all of you. Thank you again for this incredible opportunity and honor, and I can't wait to begin this journey. Thank you.
Madam Chair, we have two transfers that are taking place that are just for the information of the board and the public. Jennifer Rona, formerly assistant principal at Neo City Academy, will be the new assistant principal at AAA High School. And Felix Harris, formerly assistant principal at Tohopa-Caliga High, will be the new assistant principal at PM Wells Center for Academic Excellence.
Thank you. With that, we are on to our agenda modifications. Dr. Shanoff?
Just one item, Madam Chair, 1101, to be pulled. Thank you.
Ms. Garcia? Mr. Cook?
No modifications at this time.
Ms. Castillo?
No modifications, ma'am.
Ms. Bronson?
No changes.
With that, do I have a motion to approve the agenda as modified and adopt the consent agenda?
So moved.
I have a motion by Mr. Cook,
Second.
a second by Ms. Castillo. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. With that, we are on to 11.02.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion by Ms. Castillo, second by Mr. Cook. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. 11.03.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Ms. Garcia,
Second.
second by Mr. Cook. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. 11.04.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Ms. Castillo.
I second.
Second by Ms. Bronson. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. 11.05.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Cook.
Second.
Second by Ms. Garcia. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. With that, we are on to 12.04.
Information item.
Sorry,
now.
information. 13.03.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Ms. Castillo.
Second.
Second by Mr. Cook. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. 14.03.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Cook.
Second.
Second by Ms. Garcia. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. 15.01.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Ms. Castillo.
I second.
Second by Ms. Bronson. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. 16.01. Dr. Shanoff?
Yeah, so this item is just to approve the Education Foundation Board of Directors for 2025-2026 school year.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Ms. Castillo.
Second.
Second by Ms. Garcia. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. 16.02.
So this is just the approval of the OLA agreement between the School Board of Osceola County and the Osceola Legislative Effort that works with Osceola County Government, City of St. Cloud, and City of Kissimmee for the lobbyist services that promote, represent, and protect the interests of our county, cities, and school board.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Ms. Castillo.
I second.
Second by Ms. Bronson. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. 16.03.
So this is the approval of our OLA priorities. So first is the Bill-to-Bill winner from the campaign that Representative Stark has made an annual activity for our middle school students to engage in the legislative process. They can write certain bills that are then judged by a panel, an independent panel, and then they select one to move forward that Representative Stark will file. This is a non-appropriation item. It does focus on mental health and wellness of students. So that will be number one. Number two will be the environmental center enhancements. We know that there is a significant amount of work that needs to take place to the environmental center. We already know that the boardwalk replacement project is something that we have already approved as a board. We want to approve, we would like OLA to carry forward the actual structures where the education actually takes place along that boardwalk. So we know that the Environmental Center serves all of our elementary schools annually, but it also is open to the public on the weekends. So this is something that benefits our entire community, not just the school district. So our partial fund request for that would be $1 million, and that would be for the structures that exist along that boardwalk. The second is the aquatic facility that will be constructed adjacent to High School AAA. So as we prepare for the opening of High School AAA in the 2026-2027 school year, we are working through the design and construction of a new aquatic facility. The facility will support, among other things, student athletes in swimming and water polo, but it will also provide, we hope, water safety and drowning prevention programming, and include features tailored to individuals with sensory differences and physical impairments. We would like our students and families who have specific needs specific to physical impairments, our ESE students, and their families to have the benefit of specific, I would say, specific items that would be built into that pool that could help in terms of therapies. We also believe that concurrently, this ask would be for the initial startup of programming that would allow for an individual to be staffed at that pool that could work through all of the aquatic therapies that would be appropriate for our students and families that would want to take advantage of that when the pool is open to the general public. The last would be, and this is something that we have been working on and wanting for quite some time. We want to take safety and security and emergency management, and we need to stand up a 24/7 security operations center. The reason why we need to stand up a 24/7 security operations center is because we are a large entity within the county. We have a lot of property that requires 24/7, 365 supervision. The enhancements to SSEM would allow us to have a third shift along with new updated camera and communication equipment that would allow us to have eyes on all of our facilities, eliminate some of the burden that currently exists among law enforcement to be our eyes and ears out on the roads when we can do a lot of that in-house. So allowing them to continue to do patrol and be outward facing as opposed to worrying about our facilities, us having an ability to get to law enforcement in real time when we see things on cameras or alerts come through that appear to be threatening to our property, which is really the people's property. And lastly, we know that we have a safety and security overlay on our student network called Gaggle. When Gaggle alerts come out, and they come at all hours because it's 24/7, 365, Gaggle makes those calls to our school administrators. Our school administrators are then pulled from what they are doing at that particular time, including sleeping, and they need to either get in contact with law enforcement or get in contact with law enforcement if it is that type of alert, and then provide the appropriate follow-up until they get to school the next time. This would bypass us having to utilize or call on our school-based staff to respond to after-hours emergencies. This would allow Gaggle to call our Security Operations Center, and then our Security Operations Center can direct connect to the 911 dispatchers and get a wellness check out to a house or a dwelling as fast as possible, bypassing our administrators and our school staff that would otherwise have to do this at all hours. Again, this is something that we need to do. We need to upgrade the communication equipment. We know that we need to add a third shift. $750,000 will be the ask, but I think that the community-wide impact would be significant, taking a lot of burden off of our law enforcement partners and taking a lot of burden off of our staff in order to do the work. So it's a good investment to protect what we believe to be a significant investment that the community has already made in our school buildings. That's all I have. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Motion.
Motion by Ms. Garcia.
Second.
Second by Ms. Castillo. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. With that, we are on to public comment. Jennifer Benson.
has to do her. Where her paper at? Up at yours, somewhere right there. Let me get to it. Hello, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Jennifer Benson. I'm a prior employee at Osceola High School. I was the hall monitor. I worked the school year 2023. I'd like to tell you my story of certain things that happened and altercations that happened at the school that wasn't addressed. And I'll see if I'm able to address it and see if it's an open investigation, so I'm able to proceed. Am I able to proceed? If it's
I'm not, I would need to confer with HR or Student Services as to whether or not we have an open investigation.
Is there anyone to confirm here before I be able to produce my docs?
Yeah, I would ask Dr. Allen to go ahead and take a look.
Can we pause her time at this point? We'll bring the next person
And
up.
we can go to the next speaker.
And we'll call you
then-
back if that is.
Okay, because I have a couple statements regarding it I'd like to address, please. Okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Next up, Janet Moody.
Good evening, Board. Janet Moody, the president of the Osceola County Education Association, representing the teachers and the ESPs in our school district. And I'm coming before you tonight because I want to share with you the award that we were given this weekend. It was the FEA Delegate Assembly that's held once a year in Orlando, and Osceola County was recognized with a Gold Membership Award. And I know you probably don't know what that is, so I'm going to tell you it has to do with our membership increasing and sustaining over a period of time. And so I want to pat our organization on the back and say, job well done, in a climate where our teachers seem to get lost like the socks in a dryer sometimes, and they just pass through and don't stick around. So keeping membership density is a good thing for us, and I hope a good thing for the school district. The other thing I wanted to share with you guys is tomorrow begins our PERC election, because our density is not yet 60%, and we have this really terrible law out there that says that if our density is not 60%, then we have to have this election. That comes at a cost to our school board, and it comes to us at a cost for our union, because we must split the cost of that election. And so that election begins tomorrow and runs through the middle of November. And I think November 13th and 14th are our count days, ballot count days. So I want you guys to know that that's going on, and I want you to help encourage our teachers and our ESPs to participate in that election. And a vote of yes would continue to keep OCEA, or the Osceola County Education Association, the bargaining unit, so that we can continue our relationship and move forward. And speaking of that relationship, I've worked with Dr. Shanoff this last month on some of the ESE things, and he has agreed that we do need de-escalation training for all of our teachers. So he has agreed that he's going to get that arranged and get that pushed out very quickly, so that we can help those teachers who have ESE students who have behaviors, so that we can learn to de-escalate those instead of allowing those to become something that control our classrooms. And I also ask for training to help teachers that are now having to record data inside of the system that we are using there. And he also agreed to that, and in providing me the transportation facility and even staff to help with that on a Saturday for any teacher, whether they're member or non-member, to attend that, so that we can all work together to get that data in quickly to help move our students into the best environment for them, whether it be in a regular classroom or whether it be in a self-contained unit. And I've worked with Dr. Clayton today on some curriculum stuff, so she shared with me some new things in the curriculum maps, and I appreciate her time with that also. So with that, I'd say thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Dr. Estella Dior-Washington.
Great afternoon, Superintendent and everyone in their respective places. Today I'm just here to state a statement of concerns and awareness regarding the misconduct at Osceola High School. And my name, as you read it off, is Dr. Osceola Dior, and I'm a newly relocated parent from Georgia. and I'm an active advocate for student equality, community engagement, and fair treatment within our schools. I am respectfully addressing the board to raise awareness and bring the light to recent action and decisions that were made by Dr. Kennedy that have caused concern among the parents, the students, and staff at Osceola High School. I am respectfully saying this and stating because I'm one as my parent. Also, this is not an attempt to bring division or discord, but rather to seek accountability, understanding, and solutions that ensure inclusivity, fairness, and integrity for all students. This is not, by all means, an attempt just to address things that are personal or matter, because knowingly, I don't know her. I have only observed the things that I've witnessed at the football games that really was uncomfortable and definitely unethical. I am a person that I am assertive and I will speak up, especially when you have a child that you're raising to be a role model, to be a leader amongst other students, faculty, and staff. During a recent school pep rally, not all students were permitted to attend. This decision was made by the leadership and under the leadership of Dr. Kennedy that resulted in several students feeling excluded, undervalued, and disheartened. Many students expressed feelings of embarrassment, discomfort, and being less than their peers. This incident has created tension and lowered morale among the student body. Relevant policy that has been adopted, and I'm studying now being new to the system here in this area. But what I will say that the district wording says, according to the district equal access and exclusion policy, that all students shall be given equal access to school events, activities, and programs regardless of academic standing, extracurricular involvement, or personal background. I will further go to say my child does have a 4.0 GPA, so this advocacy is for a parent that don't know they have the right to fight, or how to address the system or things that are occurring. So just to bring awareness of it. So by denying a portion of the student body access to that pep rally, Dr. Kennedy demonstrated a failure to uphold the district's commitment to equality and exclusivity in extracurricular events. I invited her to be here today because I don't like to address anything on a person if they're not here to, like to defend themselves. And as I said, to witness that at a football game.
Mrs. Washington?
Yes.
Thank you for your comments. Your time is up now.
Okay, thank you. And your name?
My name is Ms. Cahoon. I'm chair of the school board. You can email me if you'd like to email
No,
me.
no email. I was just wondering why didn't you advise of a time limit before I began to speak, because this is my first meeting.
It's listed on our form that you filled out.
Okay, and I did not read that. And thank you for the time. I see they turned the mic off, but thank you for that. And you could give me the email as well, please.
I can give it to you after the meeting.
Okay.
Is that okay? Thank you. With that, do we have a resolution on that comment?
I have been advised that
Turn on your mic.
there are no open investigations at this time, so the individual would be permitted to speak for public comment.
All right, thank you so much for listening and understanding. Like I said before, I was the hall monitor, previous hall monitor at Osceola High School, and encountered numerous amount of formal complaints that was filed with the Osceola School District on May 6th based on the work bully, and I also made two of them. One statement based on a formal complaint of professional conduct that was done towards students and toward me. I had 5 students. Ms. Kennedy addressed me in a way, in a manner that no person should have done underneath the statute of Osceola High School. She spoke aggressively, and she also harassed me in front of 5 students. There were 5 students that were there to acknowledge Ms. Kennedy doing this to me. They spoke up, and they told her, "You shouldn't do this, it's not right." Those 5 students were sent to the office to write statements. Paperwork was prepared for suspension based on grounds of doing what's right and what we teach these kids every day. If you see something, say something. But we cannot do these to these children, because I am from St. Louis, Missouri. I am here because of the Mike Brown riot. And I know what justice means in any means necessary. I'm here because I believe in Black Lives Matters. I believe in this is what matters to me. I'm a chef of 14 years just because I wouldn't do a banquet for Osceola High School for $98, and the statement that was written, she fired me. And it's a statement, and you guys have all emails that's written directly from Miss Kennedy stating that the contract that she sent to you was not no contract. It was a fraudulent contract that said school security, and it was not security. It was for a banquet, and which we already know she receives $45,000 for that class, culinary class, which I was supposed to be. By turning down that banquet, the job was removed from me. And I'm here to say that, and it is in writing, and it's been in writing since May 28th. And Osceola School District, you have done nothing at all. And I'm here today. I took off of work. I have my own business, and I am a chef. I'm a chef, and I continue on inspiring these kids to do the best thing I can do. But Osceola, a district board, I would say, we got to do better. Because I come from a city where the city was turned down based on one man's mistake. One man's mistake shifted the whole city. I was locked down for 3 days because of this. We cannot afford for one woman to affect these children based on what we teach them to do was right. So I ask you, Osceola School District, to look into it, do a full investigation, pull this paperwork up. These have been pushed. I got copies of the statements.
Ms. Benson, thank you. Your time is up, but we have your information. Ma'am, we have a 3-minute timer that has been up for every single public comment in this room. We are on to 18.01, our attorney's report, legal issues.
School Board, an executive session will be held immediately after the school board meeting for case Parisa Sabetti and Pega Sabetti, co-trustees, versus the School Board of Osceola County. The circuit court case is 2024 CA 001425. The AAA case number is 01-24-008-0958. And the appeal, which is School Board of Osceola County versus Parisa Sabetti and Pega Sabetti, is in the 6th District Court of Appeals, and that case number is 60-2025-2488. This session was previously noticed on October 6, 2025. It will occur immediately after the school board meeting, and the attendees will be myself, Sarah Corin, General Counsel, Dr. Mark Shanoff, Ms. Terry Castillo, Ms. Beth Zaida Garcia, Mr. Anthony Cook, Ms. Heather Cahoon, Ms. Paula Bronson, the court reporter, and Thomas Callan, and Frank Kroppenbacher, attorneys as well.
Thank you. With that, we are on to 19.01, new business, our Florida Student School Board Member Initiative proposal by Board Member Castillo.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Board, I asked that you got a copy of this proposal that was sent to me by the Vertium Popolo team. This is a team of students. It's a nonprofit that is led by students, and their goal is to have a student representative at our meetings. And I wanted us to take a look at this proposal and consider it. I understand that this is a business meeting, of course, and they would be a non-voting member, but I do think that in the spirit of having more participation, specifically, I know that Dr. Shanoff has his student advisory committee. This could potentially be an extension of that. Just have some representation, and also to assist students in learning more about civic duty, understanding how government works. I got a chance to speak to the team. I think that they're an incredible nonprofit. These are very well-prepared students, and their main goal is to have more civic participation within students and school boards. So clearly, no decision needs to be made at this moment, but I do invite you to take a look at the proposal, and Madam Chair, if it is your pleasure, we might revisit this at a later board meeting. Do you have any questions?
Any questions by the board? All right, we will pull this back up at another board meeting for decision. With that, we are on to 20.01 board member committee reports. Do we have any committee reports tonight? Reports? Any reports?
No, I'm good.
Okay. And with that, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.